Step into the captivating world of Niccolo Machiavelli, where cunning meets pragmatism, and politics becomes a blood sport. In the tumultuous landscape of 15th century Florence, a city brimming with backstabbing nobles and conniving power players, a baby named Niccolò was born. Little did anyone know that this seemingly innocent child would grow up to be one of history's most controversial politicians. Join us as we unravel the life of this enigmatic figure, examining the rise, fall, and the enduring legacy of Niccolo Machiavelli. From his seminal work, The Prince, to his controversial exile, we will dive deep into the mind of this political mastermind and explore the uncharted territory of Machiavellian brilliance. Born in 1469 in the heart of Florence, Italy, Niccolo Machiavelli entered a world plagued by political intrigue and power struggles. The city itself was a melting pot of wealthy merchants, ambitious aristocrats, and wily schemers, all vying for control and influence. It was in this backdrop that Machiavelli's journey began. Hailing from a middle-class family, Machiavelli enjoyed a relatively privileged upbringing. His parents, Bernardo and Bartolomea, recognized his intellectual prowess from an early age and ensured he received a comprehensive education. While other children played games of innocence, young Niccolò immersed himself in the complex topics of power and governance. As a curious and sharp-minded youth, Machiavelli devoured the works of ancient philosophers and studied the intricate art of politics. His insatiable hunger for knowledge led him to engage with Florence's political elite, eagerly absorbing their tales of triumphs and failures. With each passing day, his understanding of the treacherous landscape of power deepened, setting the stage for his meteoric rise in the years to come. As the vibrant city of Florence buzzed with political intrigue, Niccolo Machiavelli found himself drawn deeper into the labyrinth of power. Armed with a sharp wit and a thirst for adventure, he set forth on a journey that would catapult him into the heart of Florentine politics. Young Machiavelli, with his impeccable manners and cunning intellect, quickly caught the attention of the Florentine government. It wasn't long before he landed a coveted position as the second chancellor of the Republic of Florence. In this new role, Machiavelli proved himself to be a force to be reckoned with. Armed with his sharp political acumen, he dazzled his colleagues with his ability to navigate the treacherous waters of diplomacy. His secret weapon? A collection of carefully crafted insults and witty retorts, sharper than a fencer's blade. With a twinkle in his eye, he would deliver a cutting remark, leaving his opponents speechless and his allies in awe. But it wasn't all political banter and clever comebacks. Machiavelli possessed a keen understanding of the practical side of governance. Recognizing the need for a strong and professional army, he spearheaded the creation of a Florentine militia. With a stroke of brilliance, he transformed a ragtag group of misfits into a disciplined fighting force, ready to defend the city against any threat. Some might say that he had the power to turn even the meekest of peasants into fearless warriors. Machiavelli's rise in the political arena was not without its fair share of adversaries. Jealous courtiers and envious rivals lurked around every corner, ready to strike. But undeterred by their venomous schemes, Machiavelli pressed on. He played the game of politics like a seasoned gambler, knowing when to hold 'em, when to fold 'em, and when to bluff his way to victory. In the pantheon of political literature, one work stands out like a jewel amidst a sea of words: The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. This controversial masterpiece thrusts readers into a world where moral principles are set aside in favor of unyielding pragmatism. The Prince serves as Machiavelli's magnum opus, a guidebook to the ruthless pursuit and maintenance of power. In this treatise, Machiavelli navigates the treacherous waters of political strategy with an unapologetic and no-nonsense approach. His principles, often summarized by the phrase, "the ends justify the means," have sparked heated debates and raised more than a few eyebrows. Within the pages of The Prince, Machiavelli dissects the delicate dance between rulers and their subjects, employing an unflinching realism that borders on cynicism. He advises rulers to be both feared and loved, but to prioritize the former, for fear is a more reliable tool of control. He advocates for cunning manipulation and strategic alliances, promoting the notion that morality should be subservient to the preservation of power. The reception of The Prince was as divisive as the principles it espoused. Critics were quick to condemn Machiavelli, branding him an amoral schemer and a dangerous influence on political thought. Yet others recognized his keen insights into the human condition and the complexities of governance. Centuries later, Machiavellianism has become synonymous with deceit, manipulation, and the pursuit of power at any cost. However, a closer examination reveals that Machiavelli was not advocating for wanton cruelty or unrestrained ambition. Instead, he aimed to uncover the underlying mechanics of power and expose the realities of political life. As the winds of political fortune shifted, Niccolo Machiavelli found himself caught in a storm that would shatter his dreams of power and plunge him into a dark abyss. The Medici family, with their iron grip tightening on Florence once more, brought about the downfall of our Machiavellian protagonist. It was a day that would be etched into his memory, a day that would haunt him for years to come. The once revered second chancellor of the Republic of Florence now faced imprisonment and torture. The Medici family, notorious for their vindictiveness, sought to extinguish the flame of Machiavelli's ambition once and for all. Bound and shackled, Machiavelli endured the unimaginable. But amidst the physical pain, his spirit remained unbroken. He clung to his beliefs, his intellect shining like a beacon in the darkest of dungeons. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, he reflected on the volatile nature of politics and the ever-present shadow of betrayal. Eventually, the Medici family, perhaps fearing the potency of his mind, granted Machiavelli his freedom. However, freedom came at a price. Exile awaited him on the horizon, stripping him of his beloved Florence and casting him out into the unknown. In a cruel twist of fate, the same political landscape that had once been his playground became his prison. The man who had breathed the air of power now found himself a stranger in foreign lands. But Machiavelli, undeterred, refused to be defined by his circumstances. He channeled his frustration and despair into his pen, documenting his observations and philosophies in works that would outlive him. In exile, Machiavelli's perspective on politics underwent a transformation. Freed from the immediate pressures of power, he delved into the study of republics and civic virtues, seeking to understand the delicate balance between rulers and their subjects. His exile became a crucible for his thoughts and ideas, refining them into the timeless wisdom that would shape generations to come. In the shadows of exile, Niccolo Machiavelli's mind continued to churn with political insights and philosophical musings. His later works, born out of a deep introspection and a profound understanding of human nature, served as a testament to his enduring intellect and unwavering passion for political discourse. One of his most notable post-exile works was Discourses on Livy. In this treatise, Machiavelli explored the importance of republics and the concept of civic virtue. Drawing upon his extensive knowledge of ancient history, he dissected the rise and fall of civilizations, extracting lessons that could guide future statesmen and their pursuit of stability and prosperity. Machiavelli's later works demonstrated an evolution in his thinking, revealing a more nuanced understanding of governance. While The Prince had focused on the pursuit of power and survival in a hostile political landscape, Discourses on Livy delved deeper into the complexities of republican governance and the role of citizens in shaping the destiny of their state. Regardless of one's interpretation, Machiavelli's impact on political thought cannot be denied. His writings continue to spark debate, inspire scholars, and provoke critical thinking. The notion that politics is a realm governed by pragmatism rather than idealism has endured throughout the centuries. Niccolo Machiavelli, a man whose name has become synonymous with political intrigue and calculated manipulation, left an indelible mark on the world. From his birth in 1469 to his death on June 21, 1527, Machiavelli's life was a testament to the complex nature of politics and the unyielding pursuit of power. The legacy of Niccolo Machiavelli is a study in contradictions. Some view him as an amoral manipulator, a Machiavellian archetype whose name has become synonymous with cunning and deceit. Others recognize him as a keen observer of human nature, a political theorist who sought to reveal the inner workings of power and governance. Despite the controversies surrounding his ideas, Machiavelli's work continues to resonate, challenging our understanding of morality, governance, and human behavior. His insights into the mechanics of power and the intricacies of a political landscape have shaped political thought for centuries.